that pose at the end. That pose, oh fuck me. What kind of pose was that? It was greatness. That was what, you know what? Josuke's pose at the very end made this episode. It made the series. Alright, it made, well, part 4 anyway. And yeah. Fucking hell, I just can't get over it. I literally just finished it, come straight onto the camera. I still can't get over it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Welcome to Chris is Talking, and this is the last of my JoJo's Bizarre Adventures Part 4 Diamond is Unbreakable anime review. And I know something is different right now. I'm wearing a black jumper. Yeah. No, I got my head on because I like to be inconspicuous. Wait, that's not even the fucking word. Pose, JoJo pose. I don't know, I want to do like a video of JoJo poses. Just get a whole bunch of montages of JoJo poses just for the fucking sake of it. Yeah, I liked this episode. I liked this episode a lot. Unfortunately, I was spoiled about how Kira was going to die. Not by anybody on YouTube or anything, so nothing there. I think, like, you know when you just see a random post and it was, oh, when the killer gets killed by an ambulance, gets run over by an ambulance van. It was just like a meme or something. This was like, I think, a couple of weeks ago, and I think this was like from the manga or something. I don't know. But it didn't affect that whole episode. It didn't really affect anything, because if you think about it, Jotaro, he was the one who actually took him out, which, oh my god, greatness is beautiful. I love how we got to see all the Joestars together. Joestars, all the JoJo's. Let's say all the JoJo's together. It was just fucking great. Alright, so let's start from where it started from. Right, so from the beginning we just get that Kira is fucked up from the end of the last week's episode, and he's just there surrounded by everybody who can fuck him up. Basically meaning Koichi, Rohan, Jotaro, Josuke, and everyone else. Yeah, everyone else. Can't be bothered to fucking Toyohisa? Who the fuck? Toyohisa, Drifters. Lol. Not Toyohisa. I need to watch Drifters. But yeah, the rest of them. But basically, he's surrounded by a bunch of people that are going to fuck his shit up, and he realized that he was fucked. What I thought was pretty cool was the fact that we got more info about how bites the dust. It feels like I'm saying it wrong. How bites the dust actually works, and apparently it was the whole fate thing. It literally works whenever he's in extreme panic, and we were kind of shown this when we first saw it. They did say it, but I thought it was kind of being not vague, but I thought it was just being saying it for the sake of it. But now I think about it, never has JoJo ever said anything for the sake of it, and if they have, or if they've left any plot holes, they normally address it themselves, which is something that I find really good about this manga and anime, this whole series. Obviously, there's still some parts that really, maybe it's because it's an old series. Moments like Jotaro running towards Kira, and the distance that we saw, I get the whole meters and everything. I get that there's rules to his powers and stuff. But fuck my life, bruv. If you finally do all of this to run to Kira, don't spend half of the time in Time Stop fucking thanking Koichi. I mean, yeah, it was great, but do it after you beat him up. And why do they love watching, like, they just like staring. Like when Kira, oh god, sorry. God, that was like a half cough, half laugh. That was like a cough. Whatever, man. It's what happens when you're indoors all day long. I was doing my hair, that's why I was indoors all day long. I'm not alone and sad on Christmas Eve. But yeah, so like when he was running there, like they always like to just watch for a while, especially when Kira was speaking to the ambulance lady and saying, oh, you have a lovely hand. And he was like rubbing her hand on his face, and I was like, all right, this is a bit much. And then we see the backstory of Kira talking about why and how the whole fetish of the hands even started with the whole Mona Lisa, and how he just got hard over looking at the picture of Mona Lisa. What the fuck? I was like, eee. And then he's just, oh man, why do all the characters, we just to let people speak? The ambulance lady, she waited for him to actually even start like rubbing the blood and start making all these orgasmic noises and say, I want to cut off your hand, I've killed this many people. And then she's like, oh no, this is weird. But hey, you know what? This is JoJo. I accepted it. Obviously, it's not like I shut off my brain and JoJo does stupid shit. Yeah, you kind of have to remember, guys, that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is a series from the 80s, is hella old. Obviously, that doesn't give it the right to be totally like stupid like that. But JoJo does like to take does like to make fun of itself. It does like to kind of play at and take jabs at shonen tropes and stuff. Because if you guys didn't know, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure was actually in Shonen Jump until like, what is it, part 5 or something? So yeah, like all of this was like, this is one of the OG shonen series, which is kind of pretty fucked. So yes, we find out more about Kira and his backstory and why he loves hands and this and that and this and that and this and that. And we thought that like time stopped. No, like we thought that he managed to go back in time and rewind everything because he planted the bomb on the ambulance lady. And then like during this whole time, everyone could have just come forward and just been like, yo, but I guess they wanted to be kind of like out of the picture, because with ambulance and police there, I don't really think they want to be close. And plus, because they can't see the stands, I think just get close enough of a stand to do some damage. And that is what happened. And the ambulance lady was like, oh my God, like this guy just randomly flew back. But when that happened, literally Kira was going to do his whole like time stop thing, like, well, bites the dust ability and go back. And I literally thought he did go back because the animation for that was so fucking cool. But when he ended up in the alleyway with Raimi, with the ghost chick and her dog, I was like, huh? I was really confused. I was thinking, didn't we get a whole animation of you going back and stuff? But then she's like, don't you remember how you died? I was like, whoa! And then you get to see Jotaro finally gets there. Still one of my favorite ever abilities. God, oh man, Dio did it right, man. When we first saw Dio do it in season 3, and he just moves people about like they were pieces of fuck all nothing. I loved that. Anyway, so you get to see Jotaro do the world, amazing, and pummels him like a motherfucker, really pummels him to the point of where he flies back and like, yeah, he got fucked up. But then it's kind of like he ended up, let's go back to the whole Kira thing. Sorry, I'm bouncing over the place. I'd like to do this in one take because it's pretty nice. I like to just show you guys my full personality. But Kira actually told the ambulance lady, my name is Yoshigata Kira. Sorry if I butchered that name, but Kira said his whole name, blah, blah, and how many people he's killed and everything. So, like, at first I was like, why is he doing this? And then when he got run over by the ambulance, I was like, why is this happening? But then, like, the mangaka went out of the way to have written, and I hope David Productions got this from mangaka, or if it's David Productions, then they're pretty cool. But if you know it's from the manga, do let me know down below. But like, we end up finding out that like the ambulance ran over Kira's neck and ran over his face and killed him instantaneously, to a point of where they couldn't really see his face anymore. So the body that they had, and so when people were like, what I guess would have happened is when they took the body in and they would have been like, oh, who was this? We can't see their face. Then it would have been like, oh, we don't know who it was, but we do know that he told us he was blah, 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 who is a murderer, who is tied to the whole town and everything. So I thought that was a really good piece of writing. I liked how it was a good way to close up the whole issue that's been happening with all the murders in this fucking town, which is pretty crazy. We also got to see more characterization and development, like relationship development between Joseph Joestar and Josuke. And I thought that was pretty nice. And like Joseph's sort of like, oh yeah, everyone here's got a heart of gold, blah, 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 blah. And then you get to see like Josuke come up and be like, oh, you got a picture of my mum? And then he's like, yeah, I got it in my wallet. Didn't speak like that. But then he's like, oh, because I have the end here. Ends up jacking him. Oh my goodness. These JoJo's don't give a fuck. They are not your usual heroes. They just straight up robbed him. He was like, yo, your son needs an allowance. I was like, fair enough. I guess maybe I might do the same. I'm not even going to fucking try and front it. But yeah, I thought that was really nice. Got to see the humor. I do wish, this is my one pet peeve, and please don't butcher me for all of this, but I really do wish that we actually had a bit more time with Josuke. I totally do get that we got a whole bunch of other characters, but if you really think about it, I actually think we had more time with Koichi than we actually had with Josuke. That's not a bad thing, but this is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, not Koichi's Bizarre Adventure. And even Koichi was the one who ended up crushing down Kira's hand so that he couldn't move and press the button. So it's like, I get like the last episode was the major fight, but I really did kind of want Josuke to finish him, but Jotaro did. So it's kind of like, so season 3 JoJo finished it, and a side character was the help to finish it. So I thought maybe we're gonna see like a development with Killer Queen, not Killer Queen, we saw development, but with bloody diamonds with shining diamond. Fuck my life, I can't speak right now. It is really hot here. Maybe it's because it's Christmas Eve, or maybe it's because I'm a noob sometimes when I speak in one go. But yeah, so like that, yeah, there's just those small little pet peeves. Apart from that, I loved this series. I'm really upset and sad that we're not going to get any more JoJo until we get an announcement. If you guys know about an announcement or you know any information, let me know in the link down below and where your source is from. And obviously, as usual, I will do something. I don't know, give you powers through the camera. No. On my next video, or any next JoJo videos, which I will definitely do. I will definitely give you guys a shout out. And yeah. What else happened in this episode? We got to see everyone all reunited at the very fucking end. It was all nice and happy and sweet. Alright, let's go and push that to the side. One of the other greatest moments was the fact that when Kira ended up realizing that he was dead by the ghost bitch chick, what actually happened, what I think was really cool, was that she finally got to fucking rest in peace. She finally got to leave the alleyway. 15 years in the alleyway. What the hell? To not be able to pass on. And then like, it's kind of like when Kira got there and then I thought he was going to win and I was like, oh my goodness. Like after everything that's happened, I thought Kira was just going to die. Didn't Kira die? What happened to Kira? Like, where's his soul? But apparently his soul didn't go up or down. I don't know. His soul just stayed there. So did Kira have unfinished business? Is that the reason why he never passed on? But, and also when they're in the ghost form, can they hurt themselves? I don't know. These are little things I was just like, oh, okay. So Kira's arm got ripped off. So yeah, Kira gets lured there, supposedly. And then like basically he realizes who she is because she tells him, you remember who I am, blah, blah. You killed me 15 years ago. And then he's like, so why have you not passed on? Oh, I've heard about this anyway. So he's very informative. That's one thing that we have to remember with Kira is Kira's been very informative from the fucking get-go. And he's not been one of those stupid villains. He does have his moments, but he was very intelligent like all the time, and even in his backstory we found out he's very intelligent to a point of where he realized what she was trying to do and was like, you know what, cool. Like when she was like, oh, this is where you stabbed me, so it's like he would turn around and look at it. He was like, told her he knew the plan, and then she told him, I know that you might know the plan, so that's why we are going to stop you. And that's when I was like, I remembered, oh yeah, there's a fucking dog. The dog came, ripped off his arm, turned him around, and then we got to see those fucking hands that look like they're from Full Metal Alchemist, even though Full Metal Alchemist came after this. But yeah, you got those hands. Oh, they're creepy, bruv. Yeah, so those hands came and just dragged him to hell, and then he was like, Killer Queen! And then like get to see Killer Queen, and Killer Queen gets ripped to shreds. And I thought when they get ripped to shreds that they die, but then I remembered he's a ghost, so he's not gonna die. And he gets dragged into the darkness that looks pretty fucking horrible and miserable. We got to see more characterization with Rohan as well. Totally forgot about that part. Once all of that was finished, the ghost chick, Raimi, I think it's Raimi. What the fuck? I feel like it's not Raimi. I feel like I'm being a noob right now, but I'm gonna say Raimi. I'm gonna stick it to Raimi for this review. Raimi ends up saying, are you gonna miss me and all that? And then Rohan's like, yeah. Oh well, no. Actually, Rohan was like, no, I'm not gonna miss you. Koichi was like, I'm gonna miss you, blah blah. Like, and then like after a little bit, I was like, oh, Rohan. And then Rohan ends up saying, okay man, I'm gonna miss you, and like, so that little piece of interaction right there was really great, because throughout this whole series Rohan was known to be kind of the stone cold-blooded, cold-hearted kind of guy, just does things even to his friends. Like, it's kind of like, are you guys really friends? So I love that. So it was a nice wrap up, a nice way to conclude this arc, this story, and this season. And I'm really excited and hopeful for any more information of part 5. JoJo this season did very, very well. I think season 3 is what pushed it, JoJo back into the limelight, because JoJo has been out for a while, but people weren't really watching it. But once Jotaro Kuge came out, boom, then this one came out afterwards. Boom. So I'm hoping that we get to see the 5th one, and I've been sticking away from the manga even though I love it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the manga of everything that we've watched so far, and I'll probably do like an unboxing or whatever, because I don't really know what the mangas look like, but I heard that they got good hardback covers, so I'm fucking excited. What did you guys think of this episode? Do you think it tied it up nicely? Yeah, sorry for being fairly fucking airheaded today. I'm just really tired. and chilled and Christmas. Do subscribe for more from myself and more from my random bullshit. And I will try and do a JoJo video, like a discussion video, either about the poses or something. I don't know. If you guys want to see a video about the JoJo poses, you know what to do. The comment box down below. Or if you want to have a bit more in depth with the what's it called again, the stands and stuff, also let me know. Whichever one has the most like bloody mentions or likes or whatever, I will try my hardest to make those videos because I need more JoJo in my life. Alright, anyways, I'm gonna finish this with a pose. I'm trying to think, you know what? I'm gonna get my nunchuck. Oh shit. Things fell up. And then like if I had a stand, this would be my wait, fucking thumbnail? That's it. Even though I can't, you know what? Peace!